Hello, this is Dr. Bates, and I'm here at Edfu Temple in Middle Egypt. And this is the temple of Horus, the great god of the Egyptians. You'll notice behind me that there is a wooden structure. That wooden structure is called the bark, and the bark carried the statue of the god Horus, and it carried that statue from this temple to a temple called the Temple of Dendera, where is the his consort lived, because she was the goddess of love. She was the goddess Hathor. Now I'm going to move out of that position because it's very crowded and there's a lot of noise. And I'm moving now into one of the storerooms. And all over the storerooms, what you'll find are the images of the gods and the offerings that are made by the kings. Now this particular temple is not contemporary with most of the biblical stories that we're familiar with. This one was built much later. It was built on the foundation of an earlier temple to the god Horus, but at least gives us an idea of what it was like. The traditions carried on and carried on and carried on even into the time just before it was destroyed. So here at Edfu Temple is the home of Horus. Of course, Horus was the son of Osiris. But in this location, this is the family of Horus. And Horus's family consisted of Horus and his wife, Hathor, and his son, Herakti, or Horus Jr. Now, that bark that you saw has some very interesting similarities to the Ark of the Covenant. That is, it is a structure which is carried. It's made out of wood. That wood is very similar to the wood that was used in the Ark of the Covenant, the one that we have here. It is also the place that housed important artifacts that were sacred to the worship of this deity. In this case, it would carry the statue or the image of the god Horus. And that image was carried from here to Dendera, which is about 60 miles away, where he would stay overnight with his consort Hathor. And in staying overnight, they would consummate their relationship and then continue fertility throughout the rest of the year. Now, as we move down these hallways, what we see on the left and to the right are the storerooms. These storerooms carried or held the sacred vessels, gold and silver, and other vessels that were used in the libation and the offerings that were made here at this temple for this god. On my right is the main sanctuary. That is, it was divided into a holy place and a most holy place, just like the tabernacle and just like the Temple of Solomon. And there are so many similarities, and we need to start thinking about the question as to why this is. Don't go for the simple answers. I think there are better answers that are supported by the archaeological record. But I want you to also notice that bark was carried in the same manner that the ark was. The difference being is that the ark carried the 10 Commandments, not an image of the God Yahweh. Because remember what the 10 Commandments say: thou shalt not make unto you any graven images, not even a graven image or idol of the God Yahweh. Rather, you are to worship the God by faith, because by faith you have been saved. Not of your own works, not by making an idol. And that's a message that we can take away from this. Well, this is Dr. Bates, and I'm at Edfu Temple in Egypt, and I will talk to you more on another day.